What's the haps? I'm Meroka, and today I'm going to be taking a quick look at Flinthook by Tribute Games. This is a game that popped up at PAX East for me last year. In fact, someone recommended it to me. They said, go check out Flinthook. It has a really cool grappling hook. It's got really solid, well-polished grappling hook mechanics. It feels really good. It did! It still does. It's out. It is out as of yesterday. So I'm going to be taking a look at this. It is a dungeon crawling roguelite, as I say, with a grappling hook mechanic, and a nautical stroke space theme, so you know me, I like my pirates and sailing and also a bit of space, so thematically it sits pretty dang well with me. Let's have a look at the options before we hop on into it. We have not a lot to speak about. We have English, French, and I don't know what that is. Japanese, perhaps? I couldn't tell you because I can't read it, frankly. I did also spot that in the Steam Workshop there is an item which literally just says Spanish, which I imagine might be a Spanish translation for the game, but I don't know, and I would have a look at that before you, I would investigate these things before you, pay money for a game you don't understand. Music and sound effects on separate sliders, good to see that, but graphically a little lacking. Full screen and windowed is all you get. And the game is also, I will note, locked at 60 frames per second, which is not a bad lock to have. It could be locked at far lower frame rates, frankly, but at the same time, when people routinely have monitors capable of higher frame rates, it's kind of a shame not to actually, utilize that. Controls are not actually rebindable. You can, press the buttons and they light up, which is a nice little kind of, I guess, a detail, but really, it still doesn't let you rebind them, so hey-ho. Well, let us hop on in. Let us hop on into my profile. We have, if on your first run you will get a kind of a choice of character select, but obviously on your first run you won't have anything other than the default character to select. This chap here, the guy with the white bag over his head doing the whole Halloween ghost thing, I'm not sure what he's going for with that particular aesthetic, but hey-ho, he is our main protagonist. He is Captain Flint, or Flinthook, I'm not sure which, one of the two, and he, yeah, he's our only choice, because I haven't made much progress through the story. I imagine if I made more progress, and wasn't quite as awful at the game as I am, I might have more characters, but I don't. I played a couple hours, and I managed to make it to the first major boss, and haven't beaten it, frankly. Black Market is basically our permanent progression. After each level, we get one or sometimes I think 2 coins, and we can use these to buy permanent upgrades for ourselves, which is a roguelite, not a roguelike, so we get some manner of permanent progression to make us a little bit better each time. So we can buy extra perk slots, and we can pick our perks before we go into a particular bounty mission. We can get more XP, which gets us which each time we level up we get booster packs, and the booster packs contain random perks that you can then equip on subsequent runs. We can buy extra health, which is probably something I should be looking at, really, honestly. I've got a few abilities. I mean, all the abilities, they look like they're unlockable here, but actually, these are all default starting stuff. These are, for some reason, including the abilities, but they're just you get bonus rewards for doing well. That's our grappling hook, that is our gun. This is a special belt that allows us to slow down time, and this is our weird convoluted narrative driving device. Each time we finish a level, we will get 1 ghost gem. We will feed those to Slimy the mapping mollusk, and after we have fed him enough ghost gems, he will spit out a map that takes us to the bounty we're trying to get to. It is weird and strange and slightly convoluted, but this is the theme of the game. I mean, we're being sold these devices by a pirate who is also an octopus who has a crab on his shoulder, just to set the theme of the game. We can buy ourselves some secondary weapons as well. For starters, I only actually have the bomb. I never remember to use it often enough to actually feel like it's worth investing my resources into buying the other one, because I don't think I'll remember to use that either. But there we go. Let us hop on into a level. We have, as you see, we've got a few different bounty missions, but the only one I've unlocked, because I haven't done very well, is Bad Billy Bullseye. We shall hop on into his mission. This is where you pick up perks. So, I presume each of the bounties can be played individually, kind of as a standalone kind of campaign for things. And, yeah, you can just kind of take on a bounty. If you fail to complete a bounty, you won't remember. It's a roguelite. You won't keep your progress to any given bounty. You got to do the whole bounty again. So for Billy Bob, what's his name? We have to finish 3 levels, get 3 ghost gems, and that will take us to the boss. So you can see we've got a couple of gun upgrades. We've got gain more firepower as your health gets lower, adds more range. A few health upgrades, you can just have plus health. I've got these equipped because I want plus health. The apple one is kind of a default one, that's a weird one. It's probably one of the more interesting upgrades, mechanically speaking, because a lot of these perks that you can pick up are just kind of plus numbers, and a little bit uninteresting for that, really. That is at least, hey, when you start a new level, you will gain a little bit of health. It's a shame that that is such a weak source perk that everything else is literally better. It's like, I'll just take better numbers, you know? I mean, I'm trying. That's kind of interesting. Gain more firepower as your health gets lower, but most of the enemies I have encountered really can be killed in 1 or 2 hits, really, anyway. There's very few that actually have a lot of health that warrant a lot of firepower. And then that's plus XP, plus crit chance. I guess that's one of the more interesting ones, actually. These are all plus crit chance. That's crit chance is tied to your combo. So there's a few interesting upgrades in here, but there's a lot of ones that are just plus numbers. And unfortunately, for me, it's kind of felt like so far that plus numbers actually are probably the more useful ones. And you can see up top there, the flashing locked icon is basically, I haven't bought any more of the bar than that. So I bought a couple upgrades, so I've got 7 perk slots available, but there is many more to buy if you keep saving up those little green gems. So we should head on in with the perks that I have, because I'm kind of happy with my loadout there. We get a choice of 3 different ships each time we do one. You get a little skull icon below, it tells you how difficult it's going to be. Sometimes you get a bit of choice as to how much challenge you want. In this instance, they're all going to be difficulty 1, which is kind of what I like. And then below it, it gives you kind of a hint as to what to expect when you go into this particular pirate ship. There is a platoon on board this one. This one is labyrinthine. That one also has a platoon on board, so the platoon is probably a fairly safe bet to just go with. It's just, there will be more enemies. More enemies means more money, and we're here for money, right? Money is how we buy upgrades and plunder things, you know. Plundering? Pirates? We're doing the whole pirate thing? Sure. Right, welcome to our level. We drop in via anchor. I guess that was our giant grappling anchor that we threw out to the front of the ship. That's only just dawned on me that that's what that was. That's just how we arrive. It's pretty cool. So we are this little chap, as I say, with the bag on the head. We can grapple around. We have a grappling hook. That is fun. You can grapple onto each one of these gold nubbins, except for the big gold nubbin that has our anchor on. That's just there for decoration. That's a bag of loot, so I'm going to shoot that open. We have a pistol. We can destroy quite a lot of things. Well, you can destroy a surprising number of environmental objects for money. And then we travel through these in a little bit of a... I feel like it's a little bit Metroid, that, actually. Just the whole shoot, or at least interact with the gate like that way, that kind of style of things, and then go through the gates. I don't know. I feel like it's Metroidy. So yeah, this is, I guess I got fortunate here that this is mostly just appears to be a big pile of loot room. I'll take a big pile of loot room any day. It's not going to be the interesting combat I was hoping to show you, though. So we can get arenas, we can get various puzzle kind of things, we'll get shops, we'll find your standard roguelike and roguelite kind of fare, really. Got our mini-map up in the top right corner, it tells us where we're going, so let's head down into the ship. These are laser traps. I am, for what it's worth, really, really bad with the traps in this game. The enemies are... I don't think the enemies kill me anywhere near so much as the traps, because I will happily I will learn a room and finally figure out how to navigate it, and then ultimately, like, next time I go back into the room, I will have forgotten everything, and yeah, I'll get killed by the trap again. So these guys mostly exist to, I think, explode if we get close to them, or so, yeah, shoot them before they do. Normally there are more arenas than this. Come on, give me an arena. Nope, this is a trap room as well. Ah, there are spikes everywhere. That's going to kill me. There's definitely a knack to this grappling hook lark. Definitely. It's very, very easy to over-grapple somewhere and just land on spikes or blades or enemies or something, because all the enemies deal damage on contact as well. And this is just a puzzle ship. Who designed a puzzle ship? There's poisonous, noxious gas down there that's nasty as well. Friggin' lasers over there. I'm not on board with the puzzle ship, my god. Give me a combat ship. What happened to platoon on board? There we go! Big red burp 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 means arena coming! So these pirates are gonna fight us. These are actually literally just the basic pirates. These are... I have done this room a couple times, and this guy actually does give me some trouble, but there we go. So we've got some parrots that will drop bombs. They're pretty nasty. It's all pirate themed. Those pirates can only shoot in 8 directions, so you can exploit that as well. So one of those upgrades, the boots I got, gave me the stand and aim thing. So if I press left bumper, I can kind of stand on the spot and aim like that. That's pretty good for taking out enemies sometimes. A lot of the time, it's going to be far too frantic to do that. The game is very fast-paced and hectic a lot of the time. I almost feel like this is a weird run where I kind of haven't had it really fast-paced and hectic much. These red beams can be deactivated by going to slow-mo, something I haven't used too much, but there you go. Honestly, I don't find myself using it in combat too much, but it is useful for getting around these traps and navigating these rooms and such things. And you can use your grapple hook while you're in slow-mo as well. Basically, it's like, it's a very, very skill-based roguelike, I think. Which is probably the wrong kind of roguelike for me. As you've seen, a lot of the perks and things that you can get are just, honestly, numerical upgrades. Even the ones you pick up in the level, you're not going to get your Binding of Isaac kind of affair, which is just going to be all sorts of crazy and insane upgrades all the time. Like, oh, you can get super overpowered combinations, which, to be fair, is a shame, because, you know, I actually really like that kind of style of roguelite, and I know a lot of other people do. But I recognize there's definitely a market for the skill-based kind of affair. I just think, you know, those crazy OP runs where you get a combination of items that are just insanely awesome, those are fun, you know? Those are fun. And this game is just not kind of set up to cater to that, honestly. This game is... that's not what this game is. It's fast, it's skilled, it's frantic, it's going to kill me a lot, frankly, even on basic enemies like that. If you kill the arena, eventually we will get a nice little treasure chest that usually has, ouch, some health in it, which I'm going to want. Can I just snipe you with that? Yeah, I can. You can shoot open the chest, because of course you can. You can actually open the chest properly, but of course you can shoot open the chest. Whoa, let's not touch that. Fortunately, those don't seem to kill you outright. If you, like, try and interact with them too much in a short span of time, it will straight up kill you, but, yeah. If you touch them, you seem to bounce off, and it's like, that's okay. That's a little, that's the only forgiving part. I don't know what you are. Oh my god, oh god, this is really nasty. I guess you've got to kind of just lead him around the room, huh? It's a mini-boss, clearly. Some description. Got a bunch of health. I haven't come across that one before, so... There we go, there's some health back. A little bit. 20 health back. I'm not on full health. No. I would assume from that this next room is going to be the end of the level. So we can backtrack. We can obviously go back through the rooms we cleared. Yeah, there we go. Big treasure chest. End of particular level. Grab these things. There's a space shell. If I pick that up, that will end the level. So we could go back and have a look. We could find some shops. There's got to be some shops in here, and I haven't actually found any yet. So you can see, we can see from the map there are definitely some places I haven't been. Let's see if we go down this way is a shop. Hi, there we go. Okay, so this guy's just a very, very basic food and defenses shop. So I've got 354 coins, you can see on the bottom left. Space meat will heal me for 25, I don't need that in the slightest. I could buy a shield for 40. That goes up in our inventory top left. That will protect me against one hit, basically. And I take enough damage that I'm more than happy to pay that price. That seems like a good exchange to me. Admittedly, an apple which heals 1 health is cheaper, but you got to get those apples as well. You're not always going to have apples. So let's just grapple our way across. So you see, if you're confident and you know what you're doing, you can get around pretty well. But then you can also like grapple yourself straight into a wall like that. So during the tutorial, it kind of shows you like rooms with a bell that transforms things. So far in the actual levels, I've only encountered these ones that are on a timer, so it's kind of just a puzzle, platforming kind of affair. It's just go with the timer. Oh yeah, and then, right, these hooks are, whoop! Oh yeah, I can just wall jump up that one. I always forget I can, that's killed me a few times, because I always forget I can just wall jump. So that's a perk. We can now pick up Pirate's Pep, which gives me +5 maximum health. Let's grab that. I'm overly cautious with some of these platforming rooms. I don't really need to be. But then again, I get killed a lot, so hey. That is a pirate's deal. That is reduced prices in all shops. Yes, I will take that. Special deals in shops for you, the valiant pirates. Shield is now 34 instead of 40. Hey, how about that? And food, I don't need because I'm on full health, I guess. So, see you later. So those are the shops. Those perks do appear to all be... From what I've seen, the perks that you can pick up in the levels are all the perks that you can choose from at the start of the levels. But obviously you need to unlock them from a booster pack as well. And the booster packs you will get by killing things, by looting things. You'll gain XP as you go through a level. If you level up, you'll gain a booster pack at the... Oh, I didn't want to go that way. I thought that was just a grappling hook to hang on to. It was a door. They look exactly the same. So let's head on out to this level. Finish difficulty 1, level 1. It's about as much as I can handle, really. At least I came out of it with full health and a shield. So, button mash the shell to crush the shell, and we get a coin, that goes there, and the gem gets fed to our chum in the compass. And 1 out of 3. There you go. Boom. Anchor can be summoned with a whistle somehow. Don't question it too much. Then the whole ship explodes like the Death Star. Why not? Every time it explodes like the Death Star. So this one is a Librarius and a Laser Lattice. There will be a lot of lasers in this ship, and we'll be able to find some of the lore items in that ship if we head in that way. That's a gauntlet. That sounds horrible. I don't think I've done a gauntlet yet. Laser Lattice sounds like a puzzle ship, which I don't like the sound of, but the library sounds good. And it's also difficulty 1, which from what I've seen, it doesn't feel necessarily like the difficulty really rewards you that much more. I guess there will be more enemies, and enemies all drop money, so in that respect, you'll be getting more monetary reward, which you can then spend on upgrades for yourself and make yourself better. So in that regard, maybe you want to take on a little bit more challenge to get a bit more money. Or, you know, if you just want to get to the boss and are fairly confident you can have a go at the boss, let's just take the easy level and hop on into a difficulty 1. And find ourselves a Librarius, which gets us some lore. Which is always fun. I just want to find out a bit more about the world we're in. Right, drop anchor. So where we got? We got down and we have a cross. Let's head down, starters. Okay, there are guys that explode kind of room, and they're blocking all of my hookshot grapple points. Technically a puzzle room, I guess, because there is a reward at the end of it. Kind of a weird puzzle when you consider the puzzle could be solved by just dropping to the bottom of the room. And the cassette is apparently a relic. I suppose it is. In many ways, that is true. The audio cassette is very much a relic. There's a bag of money up here I didn't spot before, so that's cool. An arena! Bring it on. A bunch of flying things. Sometimes you'll get enemies that are like shielded, and the shields have to be broken with a grappling hook, which is a kind of a unique twist. I think that the final boss, well, Billy Bob, no, the final boss of this bounty, because there are obviously mini bosses and things. The boss of this bounty, Billy Bob, Billy Bobby something, I don't know, some sort of pirate. He's pretty interesting actually, because he does sort of incorporate quite a number of the mechanics that you're sort of introduced to, like these bubbles. Hey, yeah, they come up in there. So you're fighting ads. You're having to strategically hit the boss. You're having to hit different bits of the boss at different times. I think the boss is pretty well designed. I just wish I could beat it. I was pretty close. I nearly beat the boss. You gotta believe me, guys. Admittedly, there is also, I will note, there's actually kind of a mini-boss that, in some ways, I think prepares you for it, because it shares a number of mechanics. I don't know what this is. What are you? Can I grapple onto you? Oh, no, that's grappling down that way. I don't know what the ghost's about. guess I can't hurt the ghost or something? Is that just what it is? Just a ghost? I'm not... It's a roguelike, or roguelite. You're always going to encounter interesting new things that you haven't encountered before. Yeah, this room, yeah, full of lasers. I don't know what I expected. The ship told me before I came into it, it was full of lasers. Why am I acting surprised that there are lasers? Hey, there we go. So, a couple more perks we can pick up. Sub-weaponeer gives us a better chance of acquiring sub-weapons, but hey, look, I'm running around with this bomb, I haven't even used it yet. We have Midas's Blast. Dang, I wish I could buy that, but I'm guessing that means the more money we have, the more damage we do? It sounds like that would be the case. I don't have enough money for that. Shame, because that sounds really kind of cool. So again, if these are acquirable as perks that we can take before the level starts, I guess maybe there are some interesting upgrades in here, but... Just the... Ow! Oh, the spike pads. Right. The spike pads always get me. Because they're not easy to see. I mean, I guess they're a trap. They're probably not supposed to be easy to see, but... If there are spike pads in a level, you can guarantee I will step on them. They're just a little... They're a grey line, which I guess is to indicate kind of a pressure plate kind of thing, just above the floor. Unless you're really eagle-eyed about that, they're pretty easy to... They'll catch you out pretty easily, unfortunately. That's what I mean about the traps. It's just like, they're the worst for me. I think this game... It rewards reflexes and skill way more than random chance, which is... As I say, I mean, I think some people will definitely get a dig out of... Will certainly dig the kind of more skill-based approach. But anybody who's played a lot of your Binding of Isaac-esque kind of affairs, they're just like, hey, random stuff that's overpowered! That's a bomb, just to demonstrate, because I'll never use it again. I don't think you're going to find that here. I've never found a perk, I've never found a weapon, I've never found anything in the game that's just been like, yes, this is insanely overpowered, this is going to make the rest of the run really easy. It doesn't happen. The run is never really easy, the run is entirely... Whoops. Oh, I found the library. Okay, cool. The run is always dependent on how good you are, and I'm not very good. So even the library's full of traps for some reason. Hi. Like Meroka, is that a book or a place? I'm interested in both. That's a book. Give us a book. The book says... Cartographic cabin has been added to our lore collection. Got a few things I can break over here. I need damn pennies. So I might want to try and find out what that Midas thing was about. At the same time, that's a bit of backtracking. We've got to go back through the ship, and there are a lot of traps back there. And I may die on the way. Well, that is my way. This is a dead end, so it might be a shit... Okay, it's treasure. Those guys are basically thwomps. Ow! Crap. Well, at least I get some food out of the treasure chest, so I guess it's... Call it a wash. Okay, yeah, that's... You have to... I guess you just have to do that room really quickly. Try and just get through before anything hits you. But you gotta do it accurately as well, so, and again, the skill comes into things. The thing is... I don't know if there's a better way to do this. I don't know if there is. But you are aiming and moving with the same analog stick. This should be noted, I guess. That's why I have to hold right bumper to stop and aim, because I'm aiming with the left analog stick and I'm moving with the left analog stick. I don't know if it has been tried. Maybe the developers tried allowing it basically to be a twin stick and allowing you to aim with the right stick while moving with the left stick, and maybe that's overpowered. I don't know. Maybe that just makes the game trivially easy or something. But when so many games with shooting do allow you to move and shoot independently, it's a little jarring at first. You do kind of become accustomed to it, but just with all the movements and things, it feels, I don't know, since everything else feels so fluid, the fact that shooting is a touch on the clunky side until you kind of acquire a feel for it, it doesn't quite sit entirely right. Okay, this is a big old laser-filled room, and that guy wants me dead. Can I shoot it? Oh, I can. Oh, right, I can shoot his rockets. That makes life a lot easier. And these guys can just be kind of sniped. Bingo. Very kind of a mini-boss arena kind of affair. That was alright. I will also note that also when we looked in the controls at the start, it did say the right bumper was dodge. And I can't help but wonder how much that might help your survivability if right bumper was dodge. Because frankly, right now, if I press right bumper, which I am pressing right now, it is not dodge. I guess maybe you unlock that later on, or there is a perk that you can pick up that allows you to dodge, but I can't help but wonder how many deaths of mine could potentially have been avoided if there was kind of a dodge roll kind of thing that maybe has like have some invincibility frames going on in it. I don't know. Let's mash as a shell. Cool. We have 6 of those things. Nom, he gets fed. And that is that run. I'm not going to get to show you the entire run, I don't think. I don't think we've quite got the time to show you the whole run here today. So I shall probably leave that there. But I will head out. I will head out of this run, and shame because I'm doing quite well here. But I will head out of this run and show you kind of the XP system. So if you leave mid-mission, it treats it as though you died and didn't. You get to keep your the green square coins, whatever they may be called. There's a battalion on board. I don't know what Twirlington territory is, or a cornucopia or a larder, I guess means there's food. Bazaars and a treasurium. Treasuriums sound fun. I also have not... Wow, I have also not seen in the Billy Bob What's-It's bounty hunt a 5 difficulty mission yet. That's a new one for me. No. Even the boss, I think, was just like 3 difficulty, so 5 is kind of going above and beyond. Woo, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. I guess I would just go with a 2 difficulty battalion, maybe? But either way, we're heading out. Because if I head out... Wait, what? Oh, do you have to... Oh, I see. It's if I quit mid-mission, it treats as though I died. Okay, I kind of want to... Maybe we'll have to go die then. Because I did want to show you the XP and then the card system. So let's... Oh, screw it. Let's go into the 5 difficulty and get killed really quickly. Why not? Sounds like a fun waste of my time, right? I could just do the 2 difficulty and we could probably get to the final boss and maybe I could beat it. I see treasure! Treasure's a good start. Let's head on up. Oh, that looks horrifying. Oh my god. There are things to drop from the sky on me, and... yep, that got me. Why did I head over here? Oh, that's... I was like... I thought there was a dead-end room that I just got myself injured in for no reason. So, oh right, I guess that's Twirlington. It says Twirlington territory. I guess it means enemies that twirl their guns and shoot 8 shots at a time. I guess there'll be a few more of those. Okay, I don't know what that is. I've gotten into some new territory by picking on enemies that I've never seen listed before, and harder difficulties as well. It may be that harder difficulties reward you with more coins as well at the end of it. That is also a thought. That's kind of... That should perhaps have occurred to me sooner. The green coins that I'm trying to get for permanent upgrades and stuff. Oh god, all the birds are going to explode. They're bomb birds. I have seen these before. Pretty nasty. Yeah, I guess if I did this, maybe it would reward me with 2 or 3 coins, perhaps? That would be good. So let's head on through to the other side. Oh, more arenas. Gonna be lots of Twirlingtons. Nope, it's gonna be a bunch of bubble guys. Oh, are they? They're not burstable bubbles, are they? They're magical bubbles. Which, that is a subtle difference. And not immediately obvious, because the game... There are things that the game does not explain to you. I mean, I guess traditional roguelite fashion, not everything gets explained. But yeah, the game does explain there are bubbles that need to be grappled to be burst. The game does not explain that there are magical bubbles that require you to... Oh god, kill the guys who are generating the bubbles in order to be able to kill... Oh my god. Do I have a bomb? I do. Take that. I am pretty low on health. That is what I expected, though. That was 3 fairly nasty guys. I mean, I got 2 of them with the bombs. Money! Oh, God. Part of me's kind of not even making an effort. Part of me's just like... Oh, I do have a key for that room up top. Oh, no. That means I have to go back this way now. Okay. Let's do that. Cool. Hey, it was a shop. Why is there... Ah! Oh, God. Why is there an enemy in the shop? What was... Oh, I hate this level. I'm not very good at this game. Okay, so there's a long shot, there is a tick-tock. Tick-tock will be more bullet time. That is better. I can afford both, right? More range, more bullet time. Take a shield. And on our merry way. Try and get through... Oh, that's a door. Let's go through that door. That looks like a good door. That door's right here. Okay, so... Yeah, range is a nice upgrade. Gotta be honest, liking the range upgrades. I think from the booster packs, you definitely can get duplicates, because I've got... If you go through my perks, there's a few of them that's like there are 2 options of it. I don't know how many oh god, that's horrible. I don't know how many copies of things you can get, but you can definitely get more than one, so... presumably you could just pick up a few range things and have a really long-range gun, which would be quite nice to have. And here, food! Come on. Come on, world, kill me already. I shouldn't... Oh, okay, that's going to do it. That'll just about kill me. Dang. Kind of ran into that. There's a trap room, and I ran into it. But it was a trap room that had an enemy in it, so it threw me off. Whereas traditional roguelikes... Oh, how am I even supposed to get across this gap? There's no grapples. How am I supposed to get across that gap? Oh god. I don't even know. Yeah, whereas traditional roguelikes kind of challenge you... There's my booster pack. With, or at least keep things interesting by adding new combinations of things that you likely haven't discovered or used together before. This one just seems to just find more horrifying ways to torment me. But... there you go, some people are going to really dig new horrifying ways to be tormented that require skills and reflexes of a sprightly young, not almost 30-year-old. But, you know what, games should have more of a 30-year-old option in them, especially games that are about skill and dexterity, because my reflexes are not what they used to be. And it hurts a lot because of it. There we go, leveled up, hey, we've got another booster pack, cool, boop, 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 boop. That's what we had on our run. That's going to be thrown away because we died. Let's play again. Let's do Billy Bob. What's his name? And now we can see some of our booster packs. We had Bombshell. More bang from your bomb. And that one. Boom. Pogo Strike. You can now attack and bounce off an enemy while pressing down during a fall. Oh, that's basically a new move. Okay, some of these are interesting. Maybe there's just the very early ones that are kind of boring. So we're kind of getting into some more interesting moves. I was a little bit disappointed. I don't know how much that will change the game, but early on I was a little bit disappointed. It's just like, oh, plus critical chance. This is the interesting roguelite kind of items we're collecting here. Plus damage, plus range. It's a little bland, isn't it? Well, I guess there's a few things in here. This is okay. Cool. So this is Flinthook. I think the gameplay itself is very, very well polished, but I think it's going to appeal to the kind of people who are way more into skill than random lucky combinations of cool stuff. Anybody who plays their roguelikes and roguelites for random lucky combinations of cool stuff might not find quite as much to love in it as the more skill-based players. But, you know, thematically and aesthetically, it's pretty cool. It's got a great soundtrack, it's got a great style, and it's got a nautical theme, so everyone wins when it's a nautical theme in my book. So Flinthook, as I say, by Tribute Games, came out yesterday, available on Windows, Mac, and Linux, available for £10.99 or your regional equivalent. It is also available on a 10% launch discount for the first week, bringing it down to £9.89. I'm happy to recommend it, I am, but I don't think it's necessarily the game for me. I can see it's a very good game, I can see it's a very well polished game, but I don't think it's necessarily the game for me, and I think the kind of people who want to, you know, the kind of Binding of Isaac kind of silliness with crazy moves that combine to make all sorts of strange stuff might not find what they want in this game. But there's definitely definitely going to appeal to a lot of other people who are more skilled than I am. But there you go, Flinthook, thank you very much for watching. I have been Meroka. I will see you next time.